Hey everyone, my name's Matt and welcome back to Cobhill Farms. We're at the 2024 Pageant of Steam. This year the featured is construction equipment, so we're going to go get a look at some of the construction equipment before they get rolling with it, and then later on we'll come back down and watch some of it in action. That'd be handy around the farm. I think we get a few things done with that. This is right up our alley. Farm all M with a road grader attachment. Here's an Alice Chalmers tractor turned road grader. Except this one's El Manuel with crank levers for the blade. I'm guessing this is made out of a WD or WD-45. This is an early version of a rubber tired excavator. It's pretty crude, but it got the job done. Not quite antique, but sure impressive. New York State DOT's got a booth here, a recruitment effort, and they brought this snowblower here. That thing is awful huge. That intake's got to be all of 5 foot tall. I'm 6 foot tall, and look how tall this thing is compared to me. Look what just showed up. That's a big, big boy toy. Nice 1066 narrow front. Looks like it's got Wheatland fenders on it. Must be doing something with it around here. A little bit nicer looking Super M than we got, but maybe someday we'll make it look nice and pretty. Here's an Alice Chalmers C with mounted cultivators. Looks like the motor's been redone in it. couple nice Minneapolis Molines, Minneapolis Moline U. Don't know much about mini mows, but they are sure pretty looking tractors when they're all cleaned up and painted nice. Nice Case SO. This is something you don't see much of anymore, is a Friday tractor. Not sure if that's got a Ford flathead motor in it. Almost looks like it. I'm guessing it's some sort of orchard model, having the full fenders over the rear tires. Looks like a Case DC pulling a 4-bottom John Deere plow. These Alice Chalmers caught my eye over here. Not so much for the tractors, but for the implements behind them. I've seen the plows here before, but the disc I believe is new. I don't believe I've seen that here before. And the field cultivator. There's a unique story behind the 5 Super MTAs in line here. The first one starts out with serial number 62794, and and then you skip one and go to 62796, and then you have 97, 98, and 99 all in a row. What's the chances of having 5 of 6 consecutive serial number super MTAs in the same area at the same time? And it just so happens that Stacy's family owns 2 of the consecutive serial number tractors in a row. Super M looks similar to ours. This is an earlier one, a stage 1. It doesn't have live hydraulics, and it doesn't have the super C seat in it. This makes it a stage 1 Super M. Still a nice looking tractor though. Here's a 1568 with a sidekick. There's a pair of nice looking tractors right here. And I think we recognize these 2 tractors. Logan's Farmall Super C, all weighted up for tractor pulling. And right next to that is Stacy's newly restored Farmall H. Here's a Farmall M set up with double seat. And it's even got a hand clutch on it. A lot of ingenuity there. Nice looking Internationals. International TD6. Start on gas. Run on diesel. Diesel side of the motor. Here's a pair of 1939 tractors, 1939 Farmall H and a 1939 Farmall M. You can easily spot the 39s by this cutout and the top cover. 1939 is the only year they ran those. And they have a single mounting point here in the center. Couple nice restored tractors. This Amazon cutoffs probably originally came on steel wheels, and then somebody cut the steel wheels off and welded on the rims, but did a nice job doing it. There's a nice 1066 with duals. It's a black stripe. Nicely restored tractor. Full set of weights on the front. I bet they need them weights with those duals on the back. .560 gas. Looks like homemade flat top fenders. It's creative, I guess. This is what we need for the farm. An 826. And there's a 560 and 460 LP gas tractors. We don't see a whole lot of LP tractors around here. Well, all the tractors are back home safe and sound now from the Pageant of Steam. It was another great year. This marked the 16th year that we've been going to the show. I always enjoy going to the show because sometimes it's the only time of year you get to catch up with certain people that, you know, it's the only place you see them is at some of these tractor shows. It was a great week, 4 days. The first 2 days were great. Logan got to do a little tractor pulling on Thursday night. And just shortly after we left and he got done pulling, the rest of the pull that night got rained out. And then Friday was a complete washout. We had remnants of that hurricane come through. We got a couple other pulls that we're going to go to, but for the most part that wraps up our show season as far as going to any tractor shows. So we got to get back to some things here on the farm. Midweek to tail end of this week they're calling for decent weather, so we're going to try to get some second cut and hay done. So we got to get that done, get that in the barn. We got customers waiting for some hay. So we'll get back to getting the farm life here. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like our channel, as always, we ask you to subscribe. We hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time.